Alright, I'm going to talk about a few of the things that I use in the grow outs and why. Usually I use something like this because if you've ever owned rodents, they do love to chew. These are a lot harder for them to chew through, and when it does get some chewing going on, it doesn't flake off. It doesn't end up hurting their stomach as bad as, let's say, PVC or something like that. This is just kind of like something for them to play with or whatever. I do use clean water every time. Let's talk about this. I'm sure some of you recognize that there are Cheerios in there. They are not Cheerios. Those are Oaties. They do not have the added sugar or honey like Cheerios. And then you see the Missouri. I do have Missouri feed in there. The rest would happen to be a $2.35 bag of rat and mice feed from Walmart. So I use this because the health of my animals is always perfect. And I do like to give them treats. There's a little more in there right now than I usually have, but that's all right. They enjoy that. Now, I always have a wheel in here. A lot of people do the rack method, which I'm fine with. That's okay. That's awesome. But I do believe the health of my animals should come first, and the health of these animals will predict the health of these animals. So I want to make sure that they're as healthy as possible and they live the best life as possible. So I'll have a wheel in here so that they can get some exercise and, work on those muscles, get the protein building on them, have that for not just fat, because if you just leave them in there with the food and they just run around and do whatever, they end up fatty. And sometimes, usually when they get to, dying age of 8 months or whatever, I had one that lived a year, and she's still having babies in there at the litter of 13 or 12. I do believe exercise is a big deal for them. And if you have them just eating the Missouri rat feed and they're doing their thing and everything, it seems like, and I've done it a few times, it seems like they get growths. They end up having tumors or cancers and stuff. The one that had passed away not too long ago, she didn't have any of that going on. I believe it was, an old age and it got to her. But that's what I do. Here in a minute, we'll get those mice in here. They'll be running all over, and soon I'll have the wheel, and we'll have ourselves a grow out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in a bit.